It's time for Lake TV's LOZ Premier Properties from Slumberland at the lake. And now your host, Michelle Leisman.
Welcome to the next episode of LOZ Premier Properties. I'm Stephanie McKenzie, and today I'm sitting in for Michelle Leisman. I'm going to be sitting down with two amazing people. Matt Shrimp, who has a gorgeous property, beautiful beach, amazing dock, all the bells and whistles, everything you could ever ask for. And then I will also be sitting with Curtis Oshie, who is one of the developers for the Hamptons and the Havens. I cannot wait for you guys to see all of the gorgeous sunsets and the views and the tall ceilings. It has everything you can possibly imagine. That and more starts now.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. It's hard to believe summer's almost gone and we're starting our Labor Day sale. What's that mean for you? Your best night's sleep ever at a great price. You need to come check out the Stearns & Fosters. We're up to $900 off of adjustable base sets. Tempur-Pedics up to $700 off. And the new purples, come check those out at up to $800 off. You get sale prices and free financing. Don't forget, we deliver the entire lake area. Come see us at Slumberland Furniture. We're bringing happy home.
We lift up, we remember the Swift family, the 5 children especially.
So it's kind of scary that somebody might be out there setting all these fires, but 9?
In relation to the death of one person in Lake Ozark last week. Can Camden County wait over another year with Sheriff Tony Helms in control of Camden County?
But I have a source close to the situation who said, has he not put a dark enough cloud on our county? Has he not put dark enough cloud on your legacy?
Shopping for explosions.
Kyle's a unique guy.
This is really good hot sauce.
To put it gently. Every week, you can see just how unique he can be. With guests,
Maxine the Moose.
interesting locales,
Here, we got a new calf.
and whatever this is. Happy Hour, daily on Lake TV.
Ow. Ow, girl.
It's gonna be like a sandpaper loofah, guys. Nobody's gonna get out of this unscathed.
Download the free Lake TV app.
Welcome back. So we are here today with our great friend, Matt Shrimp, because I'm going to mess it up. So go for it.
Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Lake Ozark Realty.
Thank you. Obviously, we were going back and forth about this, and I would rather have it be on point. So I'm going to let you take that part of it. So it's good seeing you again.
Good to see you, Stephanie.
So I am sitting in today for Michelle. So hopefully I do a better job than her. or, as good. I don't know. We'll see.
You'll do great.
But I did look at this beautiful property that you have. It looks like this amazing beach, and there's this house that is with it. But my eyes went straight to that amazing beach. So, can you tell us about it?
Yeah, this house is 451 Wedgewood. The actual address is Kempton, Missouri. It's located in Cross Creek subdivision.
Okay.
I'm sure you're familiar, but Cross Creek is between Osage Beach and Camdenton.
Okay.
It is filled with beautiful homes, has amenities, and has a really nice drive from Highway 54 into the subdivision. So it's just a great place. Big news, they're repaving the road, re-asphalting it this fall.
I saw that. I heard that.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Yes, that is nice. So the house itself, is stunning. Absolutely stunning. So, there are so many different levels and things to take away from the house. What are your favorite key points of this home?
Well, the house itself is almost 9,000 square feet. It sits on 354 feet of shoreline.
Okay.
It's 7 bedrooms, an office, formal dining room, and like you said, just entertaining areas throughout. My favorite area, well, it has an amazing dock too. We have to mention that.
I saw the dock. Oh my gosh. Seriously. So I think everything about the house, I was already with the natural light coming in because I love windows and I love natural light, but you guys have so many things to it, but that dock,
It's in the
jealous.
perfect spot. It's in a cove.
Yes.
Great for swimming, for entertaining.
Okay.
And the best part, I think, is the beach that you mentioned.
Yes.
You very rarely see a home like this that has a beach, especially at Lake of the Ozarks.
And this is like a full-on beach. Like, I don't think people realize. Like, it's not like this little tiny, it's beautiful, like how it's all laid out.
Yeah,
So.
it's not just walk into the water and get your toes wet.
Right.
This is, you could have bonfires.
Yeah.
You could play sand volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
You could have parties, weddings. This is a full-blown beach.
Yeah, it's like a whole experience.
It is. It's awesome.
It's like, I could see myself there, but I would have to have somebody buy that house for me. So I would totally enjoy it.
It is for sale.
I saw that, yes, and I did see that, if I had like 30 of my friends that I wanted to invite over, I could do that. So
Yeah,
fill that house.
There's plenty of room. You could have 30 of your best friends.
Right.
And you could feel like you could invite 30 more.
Yeah.
There's multiple levels, multiple entertaining areas. There's a super cool, the middle floor has an awesome game room.
I saw that. So it's got like foosball and
foosball, arcade games, a putting green, shuffleboard. It has everything. It has a bar, of course.
Of course. I wasn't going to mention it, but but no, it really does have everything, I think, for everyone. How much parking does it have?
Plenty of parking.
Okay.
The owners of the home, they bought the home in 2018.
Okay.
And they had a vision of making this home the ultimate family vacation.
Yeah.
So he's a developer.
Okay.
And he saw the opportunity that the home offered. And so he made sure everything was done right. There's plenty of parking, plenty of docking space, plenty of entertaining areas, plenty of bedrooms, plenty of square footage.
Yes.
It really has everything you could ask for.
Well, I feel like it, and the price point. I think that was really what caught me, because for everything that you get, including that beautiful beach area and that gorgeous dock and everything, I felt like the price point was amazing.
Yeah, the house comes fully furnished.
Yes.
And it's nice furniture.
Yes, it is.
Comes with the dock, hoist, everything you need to come down and start enjoying the lake. And it's offered at $3.9 million.
Yes. And to me, I honestly, for everything that you get, I think that is an amazing price point. And as, the female or the woman of the house, however you want to put it, we are always the ones that, have to like furnish a home. I love to come in and it's just fully furnished and I don't have to worry about it. So
makes it easy.
It does, and it's gorgeous on the inside, so it's perfect. It's turnkey ready.
Yep.
So
that's right.
Well, I feel like it's going to be snapped up just like that. So, but I do appreciate you coming here and talking to us about it, and I just can't wait to see who's gonna, buy that beautiful home, and hopefully I know them, because then I'm gonna be there for that bonfire.
Well, thank you for having us, or having me, and I appreciate it.
Thank you, Matt.
Yep.
See you next time.
You're watching Lake TV.
Want to get to know local leaders better? It's as simple as tuning in to Lake TV's Community Spotlight Show. Local leaders, celebrities, heroes, and unknown heroes. The Community Spotlight Show every day on Lake TV.
Hey, I'm David. When you come to the lake, you're not here to sit on a boat all by yourself staring at the sun till you go blind. There's a whole world of places to go, people to see. Someone's got to know where all the fun is, right? Welcome to Weekend at the Lake. Whether it's a street party, a concert, a charity event, or somewhere to spend time with your kids, buddy, I've got you covered. Weekend at the Lake. Because you're not here to be bored. Only on Lake TV.
Are you ready to own your own piece of paradise and build wealth through real estate? Whether you are planning to relocate and live in paradise full-time or looking to buy a second home or investment property, my team and I can help. I'm Michelle Leisman, Senior Loan Officer with the Leisman Mortgage Team at First State Bank. And I know the journey because I've been on this journey. I bought my first piece of paradise here at the Lake of the Ozarks at the age of 18. Let's make your dream a reality. Contact me today.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. It's hard to believe summer's almost gone and we're starting our Labor Day sale. What's that mean for you? Your best night's sleep ever at a great price. You need to come check out the Stearns & Fosters. We're up to $900 off of adjustable base sets. Tempur-Pedics up to $700 off. And the new purples, come check those out at up to $800 off. You get sale prices and free financing. Don't forget, we deliver the entire lake area. Come see us at Slumberland Furniture. We're bringing happy home.
How much do you really know about the lake? One of the things that we love about the real estate of the lake is the history behind it. So we're bringing in self-proclaimed historian Stephanie McKenzie to do a little then and now segment. So then and now is prior to what this piece of real estate is now. What was it then? Today, we're going to bring up and speak about a property that was actually here before the lake even was.
Yes. So, I mean, I'm not the actual self-proclaimed, but I do love a good little, History Channel moment. So, so that might be it. So what we were going to talk about was Camp Carry On.
So Camp Carry On, and what's really cool is this one is tied in with the property that Albers and Albers have listed that we're also showcasing on this segment.
Yeah, which I thought was really cool. Which was really interesting. So Camp Carry On actually was founded back in 1917. So it was even before the creation of the Lake of the Ozarks.
I thought there was just trees.
Well, yeah.
And hills.
I mean, apparently that's really all that it was, but somewhere along the line, they had this little camp nestled within all of that.
No kidding.
So the Natalie Wilson is her name. So she actually had her education was in physical education. She went to University of Boston, but she was from Warrensburg. And so her friend...
That would be how she knows about this area.
Yeah. And so her buddy was Max Prusling, and at the time, he was a surveyor here at the lake. He had also built camps at the time, and later on down the road, he would have been the surveyor for the Dam. Yes.
Part of it. Oh,
and so together those two were best friends, and she already had this idea of she wanted to come up with a camp for girls and what that would look like. He knew of a really great area and was like, well, what about this? And so that area was 3 miles from in which hopefully I pronounce it correctly because it is a beautiful word and a river, but the Niagara. And so she had the first camp put there, which was for all girls, which I find amazing because it was before women could even vote.
So let's pause for a minute. So one, did anyone realize that the Niagara arm was actually a river prior to the lake being established? And this property is 3 miles off of what used to be the Niagara River.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And so from there, they ran the camp there all the way until about like 24 through 25, because what was happening was they knew that they were going to be starting the construction on this Bagnell Dam for this Lake of the Ozark, and how was that going to look? So for them, she was like, okay, we're growing in leaps and bounds.
Wow.
So now we need to move. So they moved it 3 miles more down the river. And
Okay.
so, yeah, so that
now
is
we're
where,
6 miles in on the
yes,
river.
and that's where you will actually find the permanent structures that are still there. The camp then ran all the way until 42. And then finally just, like so many things.
1917 to 1942.
Yes.
This Camp Carry-On existed.
Yes.
And it was for girls only.
Girls only.
What age range?
It didn't actually say, like, on any of their pamphlets or anything, they didn't really specify an age. What I found great was that they were there for 6 weeks. It cost $150. And
$150 for 6 weeks
Right.
in 1917?
Yeah. And so, that back then
That's a
was a
lot.
lot of money.
Yes.
Now we would be like, that's the best thing ever. So,
But I don't know if we'd ship our kids out into the middle of no man's
exactly,
land,
because
but-
if you look at their brochure, it literally says on the front, camp somewhere in the Ozarks.
Somewhere in the Ozarks.
Somewhere in the Ozarks. I feel good about it.
Yeah.
So
she must have had a great following.
She
for
did.
people to trust to send their daughters out for 6 weeks somewhere in the Ozarks.
Yes.
They obviously trusted her.
They did.
Extensively.
They did. And so she brought Natalie herself, she kind of started running with a nickname of Captain Natalie Wilson. And then eventually she actually married Max. And then he, went on to do his own things, but she still ran these camps. And it was extremely interesting to see that they would put on, it was a military type training or a setting.
For girls only.
Right. And so my mind, I'm like, what? Like, they got little grenades being thrown and they're,
sure,
digging foxholes and
Yeah.
stuff. No, back in 1917, that meant marksmanship, archery, survival skills. I was just like, oh my gosh, that's stuff that we all have done throughout our camps, as I've grown up.
Now.
Right.
But not
but back then.
prior to women even being able to vote.
Exactly. So it was like a huge thing.
Right.
So she had these camps set up. When they moved to their, their secondary spot, they built more permanent structures.
Mm-hmm.
So your lunch and dining, all of the cabins that the girls stayed in, the cabins for the counselors. They did not have
a wash house.
Yeah, wash house. They had a tennis area. They had
horses.
They had horses. Yes.
Mhm.
I mean, it was really interesting. But of course, all of those were built out of more the stone, brick and mortar.
Beautiful.
Like that was everything that you had. And of course, those structures are there still today.
Yeah, and those structures are now residential units that people
Yes.
own and stay at.
Yes.
How interesting.
It really
Very good.
is. And so, it's kind of like when you look at it and you kind of see all the different camps now, it came from these concepts of the early on camps. But Natalie herself then went into more 4-H settings. She, kind of went around to different states to set up camps. So really, she has quite the legacy that
Absolutely.
was set up just from, starting here.
I love that the camp itself, we can carry on its legacy. It still is in existence, not as a camp, but the setting and everything they built is still there.
Yeah.
Such a cool story. Thank you for doing all of the research, historian Stephanie.
Oh, let me tell you, if you need to
Yeah.
know something.
I hope that you guys have enjoyed this little tidbit of the then and now, ties in with one of our own listings. Such a cool story. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Are you ready to own your own piece of paradise and build wealth through real estate? Whether you are planning to relocate and live in paradise full-time or looking to buy a second home or investment property, my team and I can help. I'm Michelle Leisman, Senior Loan Officer with the Leisman Mortgage Team at First State Bank. And I know the journey because I've been on this journey. I bought my first piece of paradise here at the Lake of the Ozarks at the age of 18. Let's make your dream a reality. Contact me today.
Don't miss out on your favorite show. Watch Lake TV on demand on YouTube, Roku, and Fire TV.
Shopping for explosions.
Kyle's a unique guy,
This is really good hot sauce.
to put it gently. Every week, you can see just how unique he can be, with guests,
Maxine the Moose.
interesting locales,
Here, we got a new cap.
And whatever this is. Happy Hour, daily on Lake TV.
Ow. Ow, girl.
This is going to be like a sandpaper loofah, guys. Nobody's going to get out of this unscathed.
We lift up, we remember the Swift family, the 5 children especially.
So it's kind of scary that somebody might be out there setting all these fires, but 9?
In relation to the death of one person in Lake Ozark last week. Can Camden County wait over another year with Sheriff Tony Helms in control of Camden County? But I have a source close to the situation who said,
Has he not put a dark enough cloud on our county? Has he not put dark enough cloud on your legacy?
Want to get to know local leaders better? It's as simple as tuning in to Lake TV's Community Spotlight Show. Local leaders, celebrities, heroes, and unknown heroes. The Community Spotlight Show every day on Lake TV.
Welcome back. I am with this amazing person, Curtis Oshie with Lakeside Constructors, right?
That
Did I
is
say
correct.
That right?
Lakeside
Thank you.
Constructors, yes.
Thank you. See, I always need a little extra help just in case if I fumble on my words. Curtis and I actually go way back, so it's okay if I accidentally mispronounce or do something wrong.
Yes.
So, how have you been?
Good. Good.
Well,
Yes,
obviously,
busy.
you guys are very busy.
Yes.
So, I want to talk about 2 of your developments, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, the first that we're going to talk about is the
Hamptons.
Thank you.
Yep.
And so, what is awesome about the Hamptons? Because obviously, if you are involved in it, I know that
It's going to be awesome.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely. We got involved with the Hamptons. What's a little bit different about this project is it's not our project from the very beginning. So the Hamptons have been around for a long time. It got caught in that big mess in 2008. It went bankrupt. It struggled to get a developer put in place to finish it. Right. The second developer on that project built the second building. So there's the first building, the second building. Now we're going to complete the third building.
Okay.
And whenever we're done with that building, that will be the end of expansion to the Hamptons.
Okay.
And so with this project, some of the things that makes it special, there was plans already in place. So these aren't necessarily our plans, but I do kind of like them.
Right.
Is that these condos are massive that we're
You
building.
were
I mean,
saying
they're
that.
just
When
absolutely.
you were telling me the square, I was like,
They're
my.
absolutely massive. So the smallest one that we're building is 2,600 square feet. So my last project, the biggest one we built was 1,900 square feet.
Yeah.
This one, the smallest one, is 2,600 square feet. There's also some that are close to 3,000 square feet. These are all 4-bed, 4-bath units. And then there's some that are already pre-sold that are already gone, but they're 5-bed, 5-bath, and almost 4,000 square feet. So location-wise, the Hamptons is just on the south side of the Grand Glaze Bridge, right next to Dog Days.
Oh, that is a great area.
So it's a great spot. It's a great spot. The docks that we're building have wave breaks, but it is nice that that's a no-wake zone on the weekends.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and honestly, I've been coming to Lake really my entire life. And I mean, I'm so young. It hasn't really been that long.
Yep.
But, but no, I actually love being where I can see the boats and the just kind of the activity, because I'm a people watcher, so I'm also a boat watcher, and I just love all of that. So if you can have an area where you have that, I think it's kind of the best of both worlds.
And you can see some stuff there, because I saw a truck driving across the lake the other day with giant tires. It was literally kind of floating above the water, and it was driving through that area, and I'm like, what is going on? So yes, you will see some stuff there.
Well, I think it's amazing, and I love what you're doing with it. I love that you're taking it over and, and really finishing it.
Yep.
Because I think it's the best thing ever because I've seen the stuff that you guys do. So, I know that the work that you do and it's going to be gorgeous. So, is there anything else that you want to focus in on with them?
Yeah, so in addition to just the units being massive and they're going to be, finished really well, and the units themselves will be very nice, but some of the things that we've done in our other projects that we like to bring wherever we go is to really focus on outside amenities, because whenever you are at the lake, you really want to be outside. You don't want to be, in your condo the whole time. And so your condo can be really nice and great, but what is there to do outside? Yeah. And so the Hamptons already had a swimming pool, but in addition to the swimming pool that's there, we are also adding some outside fire pits so people have a place to congregate and socialize outside. There's going to be a really nice outdoor kitchen and a big breezeway. Whenever I saw it all framed up, I was getting really excited about it because it almost reminds me of what you'd see at an all-inclusive resort down in Mexico, those giant breezeways that they have between buildings.
That's so gorgeous.
Yep. And then another really cool thing is we're adding a shuffleboard court.
Okay.
And a swimming area, basically a swimming recreation lounge area at the end of our dock.
Will it be easy to get in and out, from there to the water, back in?
It will, it will. So this is actually another nice thing about this expansion. So we're doing it in a way where our dock is actually ADA accessible. So you can go from whatever unit you're in, take the elevator to the bottom floor, and have a nice, easy ramp all the way to the dock. No steps.
Perfect. That is nice.
No steps.
Oh my gosh. Well, this sounds amazing. And then, of course, now you have your other development that is over by the lodge, correct?
Correct. Yes. It's over by the lodge.
Yeah, and that's the Havens?
The Havens, yes. The Havens at Four Seasons. And we're just finishing that project up. We've been working on that one for a couple of years.
Yes.
And it's getting a lot of attention on the lake.
Yes.
It's very different as far as its architectural style. It's not anything that you're going to see anywhere else on the lake. So when you go past it, you're like, oh, that's new.
Yes.
Yes. And so we've got a really great response. That building is, almost fully occupied. I just have a couple of developer-owned units left over there. But what we built over there is truly amazing because the whole place was designed to really make you feel like you're at a resort, but it's a resort that you own.
Yes.
And so it has a very large resort-style pool. It has tables and chairs inside the pool for you to sit and have cocktails. It has a hot tub. Again, everything there, we made it ADA accessible as well. So no matter what unit you're in, you can take the elevator to the ground floor. You can take a golf cart all the way to your dock and park your golf cart right there in front of the dock.
Well, yes, and I remember being there, and it really is beautiful. And of course, thank God you are my friend. And I took that elevator because we all know that I do not like elevators, but it was big and spacious, and it was wonderful. And it was nice to know that you don't have to truck it up the stairs or try to figure, so everything was very well laid out, and I love the high ceilings and just the views. And
that is an amazing thing about that building. Every floor has a view.
Yes.
That particular project was built on 6 acres, and a normal, typical Lake of the Ozarks development would have had 100 or more units put on that piece of property. They'd put the building right next to the water and put several buildings around the point. And what we did was we pulled the building away from the water, put it up the hill, so even the first floor units have an amazing view out across the main channel.
Yeah, I don't think you can get a bad view from any place that you are in there. And I love just how it's set up. I love the color. I love it all.
Yep.
So you guys have done an amazing job. So
thank you.
I really love that you came by to talk to me today. So thank you.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't wait until you come by again with more excitement and news.
Yeah, we'll be back to tell you about what we're working on.
I know. I'm excited. Well, thank you so much, Curtis.
All right. Thanks, Stephanie.
Thanks. Thank you again for tuning in to this episode of LOZ Premier Properties. I want to thank my guests, Matt Shrimp and Curtis Oshie, for stopping by and talking about their beautiful listings. If you are interested in their listings, please make sure to reach out to Matt or to Curtis. And of course, if you yourself are interested in showcasing your listing, please reach out to us. Till next time, have a great day.